I first came across Super Mario World in 1991. I was 6 years old and extremely introverted. I didn't have any siblings, so outside of school I was pretty much a solitary kid. And I had older cousins, and of course, them being older cousins, I looked up to them, and they all had gaming systems. So, what did I want? I wanted a gaming system. And I had a TV, and I watched my kiddie shows and did other things that little kids did. But what I wanted most in the world at that time was a video game system. So, after months of asking, I remember my uncle walking into the house with not just a Super Nintendo, but also a copy of Super Mario World. So now I finally had got what I wanted, and I was super ecstatic. I didn't care about anything else except that video game, and I was the happiest kid in the world. Now this is my favorite piece of media because although its mechanics and its story are simple by today's standards, its playability and its fun factors still hold up against many of the current games that are out today. Its puzzles were intuitively designed and challenging enough to remain fun. Like, this game kept me entertained for hours. It kept my attention for years. Even after I grew out of my Super Nintendo and I had newer consoles, I would still go back and play Super Mario. Now, of course, great graphics are a staple of current generation of games. But what's a game with great graphics if it's not fun to play? It's like a brand new BMW without wheels. It's pretty to look at, but you can't do anything with it. Super Mario World to me was that fully loaded M5 fresh off the lot. I mean, now it's old, but it can still do what it has to do. It's a classic. I can't think of too many games that were able to hold my attention for that much time as it did. Its fun factor and again its playability they were through the roof, and it was a creative masterpiece for its time. And back then, that was enough to stir my imagination as a kid. This game has inspired me ever since I first played it. It's the reason why I'm at Full Sail today. I remember as a kid sitting down to play, imagining that I was Super Mario, going through levels, defeating enemies, on my way to save the princess, and I had a great time. This was amazing for me as a kid. Now, as I got older, my love of gaming and my imagination transformed into a passion to create video games. Obviously, I couldn't be Super Mario, but in my own way, maybe I'd be able to help shape the same type of worlds that Super Mario occupied. Now that I'm a lot older, Super Mario is still my favorite character. It's still my favorite game. And I'm at full sail pursuing my dream of game design. For me, there will never be a game that was as influential.